Pitfield is a giant. It's a giant titanium mineral system. It's district scale, high grades, continuity grades extraordinary.
Hello, you're watching Proactive. I'm joined by Empire Metals Managing Director, Shaun Bunn. Shaun, very good to speak with you. Pitfield's maiden resource has been described as one of the largest titanium discoveries in the world. What does that mean in practical terms for the project's long-term potential?
Yeah, look, this is one of our key milestones. We've been highlighting that that we're going to get the MRE statement out around about this time. What I think we should just highlight here is the sheer size of this just simply confirms our what we've been saying for a very long time. Pitfield is a giant. It's a giant titanium mineral system. It's district scale, high grades, continuity grades extraordinary. So last year, middle of last year, we put out an exploration target that showed that there was this the largest known discovery of titanium anywhere on the planet. Obviously, the MRE is a subset of that, but we've got 2.2 billion tonnes of ore and 113 million tonnes of titanium dioxide alone in that ore body. So yeah, extraordinary. That really does set us up as one of the largest resources ever reported.
You've also mentioned that nature's effectively done much of the processing at Pitfield, Shaun. How does that translate into lower development or operating costs for the project?
Yeah, this is one of the great breakthroughs. We announced earlier this year that we'd advanced our mineralogical studies, and we're now really just focusing on the more weathered zone for the time being. There's an extraordinary large resource just sitting in the weathered cap. So, we've got a multi-generational mine there that I think, due to the weathering and the alteration of the titanium minerals, makes it a far simpler and far easier processing route to get to a high grade, high purity, product. So the weathered cap is clearly what we're now focusing on. We've got very high grade cores identified at surface at both Thomas and Cosgrove. So we are now rapidly moving towards looking at how we advance mining studies and getting into the real, the nitty gritty, if you like, of the economics of this enormous ore body.
So you're now moving into the pilot scale test work and early engineering studies. What key milestones should investors watch out for over the next 6 to 12 months then, Shaun?
Well, there's a lot happening, and it's going to be an extremely exciting period for us. I guess the first thing I want to point out is that, we haven't quite finished drilling yet. Not that will delay the piloting stage, but what I want to just highlight is, this resource, even though it's certainly, an incredible discovery and multiple generations already discovered and reported. What I want to point out is that we've only just started the drilling out the Cosgrove target. So most of that mineral resource we reported was for Thomas. We're going back towards the end of the year to start drilling out the Cosgrove target. We'll go back to Thomas to drill out to bring the level of resource up to measured and indicated. We want to get to the stage where we have all reserves. So yeah, lots happening in the next few months in that sense. The bulk sampling and bulk test work programs are continuing at multiple labs in Western Australia. We've got key programs running now that will get us into piloting early next year. So, really exciting times. I just want to pause for a second and point out, we've talked many times about the fact that the ore body is different. The type of minerals are very unusual. Pitfield is a unique discovery. And one of the key things that make it unique is that we don't have any ilmenite in the ore body. It's anatase, rutile, there's some iron oxides, but not ilmenites. And as a consequence, we don't have to go down a very expensive polluting process in order to get to a titanium dioxide pigment or metal product. So we have an enormous competitive advantage here, I think, over about 95% of the world's supply chain. And we're going to keep pushing that part of the development phase to show everybody just exactly how this project can come online and become the dominant titanium supplier.
Shaun, I hope you'll continue to keep us updated with your progress. Congratulations again on the MRE.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Shaun Bunn, Managing Director of Empire Metals.